Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and today I'm going to be reacting to one of my favourite YouTubers, the Lead Attorney, or also known affectionately as just the Lead. Why is the Lead Attorney one of my favourite YouTubers? There are many answers for this. The first reason being is that I've never had an experience where I've come away from interacting with someone in the legal profession where I wasn't completely devastated afterwards. I've been to family court 15 times and I think the whole system is completely disgusting. I've covered this in other videos that I've done on this channel, so feel free to check out my playlist on that, because I go into greater depth about my thoughts and feelings on the family court based on what the family court is like in the UK and the documentaries that have been released talking to the top professionals that run it. So the first reason is that when I watch his videos, I come away and value has been added to my life. The second reason is, and how I found him was, Fresh and Fit a few months ago were going around trying to take down YouTubers that were using their content because they didn't like what they were saying. I went onto the Leeds channel because one of his videos came up as a recommendation, looking at it from like a legal standpoint and a YouTuber's standpoint, because he's also a YouTuber. And he's also covered videos of these and talking about fair use. But just in case, I took down all my Fresh and Fit videos, which were the highest viewed videos on my channel. I took them down, which lost me many subscribers because I didn't want to get any strikes on the channel. And I re-uploaded all my Fresh and Fit videos into one video reaction, which you can see here. So I've clumped them all together. So if Fresh and Fit do come after me, they've just got one video they can take down. So that's the second reason why I like the Lead Attorney, because he helped me out at a time that I needed it as a YouTuber. The third reason is a combination of the other two reasons. As I said earlier, most of my videos are reaction videos. So what I like to do is, after I've done a reaction video to a video, I like to leave a link in the comment in the description so that the content creator knows that I've reacted to it and they can click on it, just because I feel it's fair to let them know if I can. And so far, I haven't had any bad feedback. I've always had good comments back from the content creators. Now, I've been doing this channel literally coming up to a year this month. But in the same month that Fresh and Fit were going around doing this taking down spree, I did get a strike, but not from Fresh and Fit. And I only had one strike in all of the content of other people's that I've used. And that was from a barrister here in the UK. I spent a whole day, he was talking about family court, and he had a couple of videos on them, and he was making it sound like this lovely place that you go to in order to resolve your differences and all that kind of stuff. And I made this like 45, I forget how long it was, like 45, 50-minute long video that I spent all day editing together to disprove a lot of what he was saying and what he was making it out to be, because I didn't feel it was a fair representation of what the true nature of the family court is like in the UK.
Ex parte non-molestation orders and the occupation orders can be used to establish residency. Child arrangements is usually based on who has residency. And also, the dispute resolution doesn't come in before the non-molestation order, it comes in after usually, because they apply for that first. So it already gets decided really before the child arrangements dispute resolution. The scam usually is ex parte non-mol, occupation order to secure residency, child arrangements, and then prohibited steps. And those four orders in that sequence usually tend to destroy most people's lives.
And he had it taken down due to copyright. And that was about the same time that the Fresh and Fit stuff was going around, so I didn't want to get 3 strikes. So this brings me on to the third reason why I like the Lead Attorney, because I feel like I can react to one of his videos, and being a fellow YouTuber and being someone that speaks truth about the family court instead of all the bullshit nonsense that everybody espouses, I feel that he has integrity and honesty, and that it's safe for me to be able to react to his video without me worrying about getting a strike about what I want to say. So the Lead creates valuable videos, he gives fantastic advice, and you can trust him as a content creator. So they're the 3 main reasons why I like the Lead Attorney. But then there's other little things that he does, like the way he dresses, his professionalism, his attitude and demeanour, and a lot of the stuff that he's talking about is very difficult, heartbreaking stuff to listen to, but he delivers it with lightness and levity, yet seriousness. He's very good at telling stories, And I haven't seen. I've got to be honest. I haven't seen many of his videos just because I've got so many videos to watch and I've only got a limited amount of time to watch them in. And he does very long 4 hour live streams. But from everything that I have seen, he's fantastic. So if you haven't seen him already, I'd highly endorse and recommend The Lead Attorney. A really great force, not just in the family court, which is a horrible place to find yourself in, but also in the land of YouTube where everyone's highly competitive in order to strive to get attention. And he's overly generous with his shout outs and all the other stuff that I've seen him do. Also, some of the videos I saw, he used that You Can't Handle the Truth from A Few Good Men, and that's one of my favourite films and one of my favourite actors, Jack Nicholson. So, that kind of like little things like that I like. Now that I've hyped up The Lead Attorney, this is a video extract, I believe, from a longer video that he done looking at Kanye West and the Kim Kardashian situation. And although I've watched his videos and stuff, I honestly don't know what's going on with them and I don't care and it's not my place. So this isn't so much about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. This is more about the family court in general and how it treats parents after a separation. I've been through the family court and I know how disgustingly evil it is. It destroyed my life, made me homeless. I haven't seen my kids for years, and that's just the surface level stuff. There's so much I've got to say on this subject on this video. I believe the lead says that at some point in one of the other videos that I watched, because this is an extract from a longer video. One of the reasons why I started this channel, and one of the reasons why it's called Behind Closed Doors, is to expose what really goes on. Because you're not allowed to talk. I don't know what it's like in America or wherever, but you're not allowed to talk about what goes on behind closed doors here. And it's bullshit because people should be held accountable for their actions. My channel is really for those guys that have been through the family court, have been devastated, and are like, well, how could I ever trust a woman again? How can I ever feel safe in society again, knowing what the police and the law is like? How can I ever function in the world without offending someone and going to jail by just being who I am? And so I come from a very optimistic, positive frame, is that yes, it's shit. And you're on the chessboard and you've lost your queen, you've lost all your pawns, you've lost your bishops, there's literally you and a castle left, and the other opponent's got all the pieces, but you can still win the fucking game. Fuck it. And I think a lot of people, like, I was a litigant in person, so I represented myself in family court, and I always think, oh, what if I had more money? But looking at people like Kanye West, Chris Rock, like all of the guys, the more money you have, the more money they'll just take, and the more you'll be left with nothing. Another one of the videos I did recently was reacting to the Jordan Peterson take on the family court with Greg Ellis, I believe. That's worth having a look at. But again, I could only film so much of it because I got too emotional. It's a very emotional topic. It's much easier to talk about how to date girls and how to find a good girl and all that kind of bullshit. You know, the fresh and fit stuff. You know, they're not worried about the back end of the family law courts so much. They're more dealing with younger guys on the upfront trying to get laid and trying to be a high status guy. So it's sort of like, that shit's much easier for me to be able to react to because that stuff's easy. What, you have trouble talking to a girl? Try talking to a judge. And this video is called Kanye West Exposes Unfair Family Laws, How Men Get Full Custody. This will be interesting because I probably haven't seen this bit. So let's see if it goes into how they can get full custody. Because, I mean, you could put a man on the moon if you wanted to, but it doesn't mean it's going to be fucking easy.
There's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom.
Preach!
Yeah, well, it leans towards, as far as I'm aware, it leans towards where the children are located at the time of the separation, who's in the family home, and that usually tends to be the mother. And if both parents are in the family home like I was, and I was the main carer of the children, well, then the mother will just get you out the family home. And that's why they usually apply for non-molestation orders, occupation orders, before they apply for child arrangements orders and prohibited sex orders. What's known here in the UK, again, I don't know what it would be like in America. But yeah, basically what they do is they make the mother's emotions priority, not the children's welfare. That's how they get away with it. And that's based on occupation, who gets to reside in a property. So when you see the film Mrs. Doubtfire, again, I reacted to it here, Daniel leaves the family home. So it's probably one of the worst things that you can do, because now when it goes to sorting out who gets to stay with the children, the court doesn't want homeless children, so it tries to keep the children the status quo where they are. So when you listen to people like Baroness Butler Sloth over here, who's the former head of the family court, she'll go on about residency and where the children are located. It's kind of a point, it's a valid point, but it's really a bit of a misnomer, because you've still got CAFCAS who represent the children in family court in the UK, and their matrix is sexist. So it only identifies males as perpetrators. It will not identify a female as a perpetrator. Mothers are not allowed to be perceived as perpetrators.
This is CAFCAS. For those of you who don't know, the people that decide the fate of your children in family court are the CAFCAS people. What CAFCAS have is they have a matrix, and within the matrix it's sexist. So it only identifies females as the victims and males as the perpetrator. The CAFCAS are making a decision on the welfare of the children. They're doing it from a sexist point of view. And so, for example, if a mother is committing child abuse, for example, and she happens to be the resident parent, if the mother says that the father caused the child abuse, then she's raising concerns. And if the father says that the mother caused the child abuse, then he's speaking badly of mother. So again, that you can have exactly the same thing. Both concerns are raised, but one has concerns and the other speaking badly. So they just change the narrative of the story to suit their agenda.
So what happens is you think that you go to family court to resolve conflict, but you don't. You go to family court to create more and more conflict, because everybody profits from conflict. That's why I don't like family court solicitors and judges and all that kind of stuff, because everybody profits from breaking up the family home. So the Baroness will say something like, well, the child has to live in one place.
It is a question of where the child is. It's what we call the status quo. With which parent is the child going to be spending the major part of the time? The child is likely to stay there, whatever else happens.
They don't care so much about children's welfare, they care more about property and location.
Now Kanye preaching. Now Kanye preaching. What is he saying? There's no such thing as 50-50 custody. That's a little bit strong of a statement. But he says that these courts lean in favor of the mom. It's true. It is true. You need to know this before the billions. You need to know.
And I know that there are mothers out there that this has happened to, and that the father has pulled these tactics on the mother. So it doesn't always happen to fathers. I appreciate that. But there is a huge asymmetry in the way in which this is conducted. And the whole idea of the family court is to demolish and break up the family home. You see, because you've got family law and you've got criminal law. Well, something's either a crime or it's not. So something's done beyond reasonable doubt, or it's a balance of probability. So you can't have this dual law system. Something's either a crime or it isn't. You take it to one court, it's not considered a crime because there's not enough evidence. Take it to another court, it can easily be a crime because you don't need a lot of evidence. So, and it's all bullshit, because they say ignorance of the law is no defence. So you should know. But yet it takes highly trained solicitors and lawyers and barristers and all that. They don't even know the law sometimes. That's why they have to refer to the Red Book and they have to go on case studies, because nobody fucking knows.
This Jonathan Barronville, you need to know this, you young bucks, you 20 somethings. Kanye's got $1 billion and is putting up with this. You're not going to be able to escape. Mr. Palmer will tell you this. I will tell you this.
Yeah, the other thing is that I don't think people realise is that you don't have a right to see your children. Just because you made a child, it doesn't mean to say that you get to keep them. This is why they can take them off both parents. So this is why the CPS can get involved. The parents don't have a right to see the child. It's the child's right to see the parent. And the child is too young to be able to make its own decisions, to know that it wants to see its mum and dad. So we have to make it on the child's behalf. And it's good if we take the child away. And so children are essentially lambs to the slaughter, because the butcher needs to make profit on meat.
There are people on YouTube that will tell you this. I'm only using Before the Billions and Jonathan because they're young bucks, right? You know, if you're 50 years old, you already know the deal. Women have the advantage. If you want better odds of getting custody of your child, what do you need to do? He already said, men don't have custody. What do you need to do? You could have a child with a woman who's in prison. If you somehow get a woman knocked up in prison, and you're not in prison, you're at home making your $75,000 a year. Maybe she got out on parole and she went back in. You're going to get that child.
Not necessarily. My ex was torturing our child and nothing happened. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Reality, well, like I said in the other videos, reality doesn't matter. All that matters is the feelings of the female perpetrator.
If she's got to go upstate, you're going to get the child. Congratulations.
Not necessarily, because you look at things like Bob Geldof. And I'm not going to go into that too much because I've covered it on this channel already.
How else can you get a child? You know, maybe she's sexually child. It happens. You guys will never hear it. The media will never let you hear.
Exactly. This is why I love the lead. God bless the lead. He's just, and he's even restricted to what he can say on YouTube. I'm kind of a bit free and loose with my mouth, but he can't say certain words because he don't want to get demonetized, and fair enough. But it's sort of like, it's really barbaric what goes on and disgusting in several different ways.
About these mothers, these women who are these children. It happens.
The irony is that the feminists promote equality, but they really don't want fucking equality. They want inequality. They want the best of everything. They don't want equality when it comes to equal parenting. Won't see them moaning and fighting in the streets for that. They want equal authority, but they don't want equal responsibility. So they don't want equal accountability that binds the two together.
You will get your child if the mother is touching your child. How else can you get your child? Is your mother doing meth? Is the mom doing meth? Well, she's smoking weed. I know, but it's weed.
Well, it doesn't even have to be the mother, because it's usually the mother's new boyfriend, whoever that's going to be, because they don't vet for that guy, and she might have a different boyfriend every week. And when you got situations over here, like with Baby P, it was the boyfriend of the mother that was torturing the child. The safest place for a child to be is with its biological father. And the unsafest place to be is with the non-biological father, the mother's new boyfriend. And that's what the courts allow.
Is your mother doing meth? Is the mom doing meth? Well, she's smoking weed. I know, but it's weed. It's still illegal in Georgia. I know it's still illegal in Georgia.
The mother of my children was torturing our child. Torturing. And nobody wanted to hear about it. Nobody wanted to talk about it. The health and safety of my child was not of interest to the family court. And nothing happened. Had all the evidence in the world. Reality doesn't matter. Reality doesn't matter. The police don't care. The judges don't care. The solicitors don't care. Nobody gives a fuck. Mothers can do whatever they like. They can even kill the children before they're even born. That's better than what the fucking Terminator did. Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, the first Terminator film? He went back to try and kill John Connor before he was born. Women do it every fucking day. It's called an abortion.
Still illegal in Georgia. Judges don't care about weed, even though but meth? Is she using cocaine? Well, is it the good kind or crack rock? Well, you know.
One of the mothers, I believe, was a bereavement counsellor, and because she didn't do what she wanted to do in family court, she jumped off of a cliff, killing herself and her son. Now, if a guy had done that, he's a murderer. But if a mother does that, she had mental health issues. She committed suicide. Could have just committed suicide without killing someone else. And she left a note, and I believe it said something to the effect of, if I can't have him, no one can. That's what these children get treated like. They're a tool that's used. They don't care. You see, what happens is with the women is that a lot of the mothers, and this is a lot of the mothers, not all mothers, but a lot of the mothers no longer love the children anymore. That's why they can do all this parental alienation and torture them and kill them and all that kind of stuff, because once they go from loving a guy to hating a guy, they want to destroy everything that was associated with that guy, whether it's places that they went, songs that they listened to, you know, things that they did together, and any children. They don't give a fuck about them. They only care about their future children with the new guy that they're with.
Well, you know, certainly if it's crack rock. If she's using the good kind, you know, some of these judges are using the good kind. Shit's expensive, but it makes you feel good. It gives you a stomach ache. Y'all know, whatever. The mothers need to be in a bad way.
But lead, even if they're in a bad way, they can still get away with a lot of shit, and it doesn't even really matter. Because nobody gives a fuck.
All right. It can't be that the mother's just a mediocre mom, average at best, and she's going to lose custody. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Average at best moms don't lose custody. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, here we go.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth!
That was actually a relatively very quick video for the lead. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully I'll do another one for him at some point in the future. But there's just so much to say on this, and it's so heartbreaking talking about it and reliving it all again. So it is easier to stick to, like, you know, just dating stuff and all that. Oh, that's the point, yeah. If you are young and single, or you've gone through a divorce or something like that, I have the perfect product for you. In my product, I teach you what to message a girl for online dating success. So when you get those matches coming in, I'll tell you exactly what you need to say in order to go on a successful date. And my ethos is, and what I have for the channel and what I believe in life, is I believe in 3 core aspects of any relationship, whether that's a relationship you're in with your parents, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, with your friends, with your children, with yourself. No matter what relationship you're in, I believe in honesty, trust, and respect. Those are the 3 most important things in any relationship, and those are what I advocate. So if you're online dating and you're getting matches, but you don't know what to text the girl afterwards to get her out on a date, buy my product and I'll take you through exactly what you need to know. And I'll tell you what I'm saying and exactly why I'm saying it.
Hello, my name is Doug and I've created a video tutorial called What to Message a Girl for Online Dating Success. The reason why I've created this product is to help those men out there who are dating online but are not getting the replies or getting the dates that they desire. My product will teach you what to message a girl, what not to message a girl, when to message a girl, how to respond when you're not sure what to write, what to do if she doesn't reply, how to get her phone number, and how to communicate to get online dating success. If you're getting matches and no success, this product is for you. It's what you need to do today to start getting success with your matches. I'll also be talking about other issues such as how to spot red flags, identify time wasters, to stay out the friend zone, how to deal with ghosting, simmering, and icing. Not only will I be giving you exactly what you need, copy and paste, I'll also be explaining to you the reason why I'm writing what I'm writing so you can understand the psychology and know what behaviours to look out for and which ones to avoid. This product is packed with value. I've tried to cram as much as I can into a short amount of time as possible while being the most informative. If you're a man and you're confused and frustrated with what to text with online dating, this product is the solution for you to get more dates in less time. Click the link in the description box below to buy the product and change your dating life forever.